What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Big D here, and it's time to review the latest Vin Diesel Paul Walker movie, directed by James Wan, the latest installment to the Fast and Furious franchise, which introduces the villain Jason Statham, who is the brother to Owen Shaw from Fast and Furious 6, and a beautiful tribute and just fantastic, fun blockbuster, Furious 7. What's going on, guys? I hope all of you enjoyed your Easter. I know I'm a little bit late, 3 days. I saw this movie Friday morning. It's just that family, people came over, life. I didn't get to my review, but now it's time, man. Real quick, I just want to say, not to show off, not to do that, but I got a Furious 7 cup. I'm pretty sure some of you had it at your theater. Furious 7, pretty different stuff. It looks beautiful, man. I has the whole cast there, mostly the main cast. So yeah, really cool. Collectible cup, $5, not bad at all. Anyway, this is a non-spoiler review. I'm not going to spoil nothing for you guys. I'm just going to tell you my pros and cons, and tell you whether or not you should see this movie or not. Obviously, you probably already have seen this movie. Just want to know my opinion. Let's get right to it, guys. First off, my pros. First off, I always say first off, guys. The director, James Wan. This man has directed, I believe, he directed Insidious, and did he direct Fast 6? I know I don't have the James Wan guide in my head right now. But James Wan's amazing. I love Insidious, Chapter 2. I'm excited for Chapter 3. I don't think he's directing Insidious Chapter 3, but definitely good director. Great director in my eyes. So he's really cool. And he really changed the way Fast is filmed in good ways. So first off, I just want to say the camera and the directing. The stunts in this movie, how they capture, like when they're actually filming and it's not just computerized, it's actually them driving. I mean, stunt people driving. But the way they captured in the camera work and the direction, and also for fighting scenes. If you see the trailer, there's a part where The Rock picks up Jason Statham's character, and he picks him up and the camera goes sideways. It completely goes and it turns when he puts him to the ground. That was beautifully executed. I love the way that they make the camera, and certain parts it flips and it falls, and the camera just it goes with the movement, and it keeps you interested. And honestly, I didn't see this movie in IMAX, but part of me wanted, was like, ooh, I should have watched this in IMAX, because beautifully done with the camera work and the sound effects. Just loving it, man. The director, James Wan, knocked it out the ballpark for me, man. Obviously, the action and the choreography, very well done. Now, when you walk into Fast and Furious, after the past 2-3 films, you're kind of like, I've seen the trailers. I know this is not going to be realistic. I know it's going to have a lot of, that's not possible moments. There are a lot of, very stupid moments. I'll get into that in my cons. I'm saying it's not bad, but, it's one of those, like, really? You could have broke your neck. Like, really? Why would you do that? Type of thing. But the choreography and the fighting and the hand-to-hand action, very intense. I'm not saying they were great, but for sure it kept you like, whoa, what's going on? Crap. Those type of moments. First off, the music. Also the music in this movie. I'm not a huge hip-hop fan, but very, very good music in certain spots of the movie, and the action and the pump-up and the ending song. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, the ending itself, maybe many of you heard about it. I'm just going to say the tribute to Paul Walker, the greatest send-off, man. It's beautiful, it's sad, emotional, but yet it's happy at the same time. You smile and you say, look how far we've come from point A to point B. I mean, it's beautifully done. It's family, mi familia, all the way, man. It's just very well executed, as I like to say. So just the writing and how they did the ending and how they must have shifted it and shaped it, very hard to come up with, and I think they did good. 2 thumbs up if I could do 2 thumbs. Yeah. Also, Paul Walker, I'm not just saying this because the tragedy of November 2013, of what happened, of the accident. I'm not saying a pro just because, like, oh yeah, he passed. I'm going to give him a pro. He was good. I mean, he brings what Paul Walker always brings to everything. He brings the funny, the cuteness. He's a handsome man. Hell yeah, he is, man. He brings the feelings to it, and of course with his family in the movie, it's just very well written, Brian's character, and how he brings funny, and then he brings seriousness to the character in his last portrayal. So, beautifully done, Paul. Also, Jason Statham, I'll get to my cons, but Jason Statham also he was a good choice for a villain. I mean, seeing him as a villain, he's really actually very good. I've always loved Jason Statham, but just the way he moves in the action, he's a badass. He's almost like a cyborg. That's all I'll say. He's almost like a cyborg. That's it. But, great job, man. Kurt Russell also comes out in this movie. Very well done also. I think Kurt Russell is an awesome actor. And Belgium L. That's all I'll give you a hint of. The stunts and the crazy unrealistic Fast and Furious 5, or Fast 5, when they jump off the cliff and they're all like, Vin Diesel and Paul. That's crazy. Fast 6, when Dom jumps and catches Letty in midair. Fast 7, unbelievable stuff that will make you cringe and, just everything in your seat. So, I didn't see it in IMAX again. Wish I saw it in IMAX. If you're going to see this movie, see it in IMAX. I regret it. And the effects. The effects are just awesome. The CGI, Paul, you could tell when it's CGI'd, almost in a way like his hair's a little bit darker. At some points I felt like his hair was dark and you could tell CGI from real Paul. But the effects still were done and used well. And also just the simple effects of the fake, cars flying and everything type of thing. Very well done. And funny. It's very funny. And also every character from Michelle Rodriguez, from Letty, to even Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, to everyone, every single character, Ludacris, freaking Tyrese Gibson, man, all the characters got to shine in one specific moment. I mean, everyone gets to shine, so that's really cool. How all of them, even Kurt Russell, gets to have a shining moment, and I won't say what, but it's awesome. And some one-liners were really good, and in my cons, some one-liners didn't work as well, but some one-liners were actually where you want to repeat it afterwards. So, also the locations, we go to a lot of places in this movie. Very well done also on that. Now, my cons is the lack of The Rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I'm not going to say what happens, but he is mostly absent for the movie, and he's only in it in the beginning and then later on. So he's not in the movie for like a long time. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Why would they put him on the cover if he's only going to be in there for maybe screen time of less than 8-9 minutes? The final battle, the ending itself, where it gets into the editing. See, there's multiple things going on at the ending, and it's intense between Dom and Shaw. I'll just say it that. It's a battle between Dom and Shaw, and they're fighting, and then it goes to Paul Walker's character, then it goes to Letty, and then it goes back to, and it's just like the edit, like really intense, a very intense moment, and then it loses its intensity, and then it goes back, but it's not as intense as it was before, so kind of leaves you to that. The action is too long. I'm going to say that this movie's a little bit long. I mean, it could have been maybe 10 minutes shortened, but it's a little bit too long. A little bit, like the action's a little bit too long, where kind of in a way, it's kind of like, okay, this is turned to a full-on military movie. What are you doing? I know we could get fun and everything, and I'm here for a good time, but this is getting way too out of your professional, league. And then just some parts of the reactions, like something happens to a character and then it jumps to Letty's character. It jumps to Letty, or Michelle Rodriguez's character, and it takes her like 2 seconds to react, just like like that, and it's kind of like, I caught that for a moment. There's a couple times where it jumps to a character and his face, and it takes him 2-3 seconds to like, oh crap, you know. So I was kind of like, a little bit there, but it's okay. Whatever. And some one-liners didn't work. Like I said, some one-liners were really cheesy, and I'm okay with the cheesiness. Yeah, I know I'm not to be taken seriously. It's fun. It's entertainment. It's not an Oscar-nominated movie. It's just a hell of a ride. One last ride and a tribute, and it's amazing. It's an amazing movie, but some one-liners were just plain out like, no, those type of things. And some scenes were just like, no, not possible. I mean, I know it's unrealistic, but no, like, you would be, you didn't have your seatbelt on, man. What are you doing? Type of thing. But I'm not gonna complain, guys. Honestly, it's a good film with a blockbuster action where you need the popcorn, you need the damn drink. You would expect from this franchise. You're gonna get everything you expect. Yeah, if you like cars, Jason Statham, Vin or Paul, and just crazy stunts, you gotta check this out, man. And Paul Walker, amazing. He did good. His character shines at certain parts, and then every character shines. So it's beautifully executed. Again, from just the cons, what you heard of the lack of The Rock, the final battle, the editing with it, the action a little bit too long, some scenes were reactions too late, and one-liners, some didn't work. But other than that, I mean, that doesn't take a big chunk off. I'm going to give this movie a solid B, which is a 8.50 out of a 10. I enjoyed myself. Now, this is a movie where I'll see it one day again. I won't see it anytime soon. But for sure, it's a movie worth watching in theaters, and check it out in IMAX. I didn't get to see it in IMAX, but I regret it. I think it'd be really good in IMAX. So for sure, thank you guys so much for watching my Furious 7 review, and hope to see you all in the next one.